Welcome back to Cards and Comics, guys. Today I have a great PC update from the 90s. So I'm going to be giving you a really nice update on some cards I've picked up for my main 90s baseball collection that I've been building. But I know I haven't done a video in a little while. My daughter is graduating high school this week. So I have been spending a lot of time working on that, getting our house ready, parties that are happening, all the graduation stuff. University. She's going to the University of Vermont. She is going to major in chemistry and food science. So I'm very proud of that. And so there's a lot of things happening. So not being able to make the content quite like I would normally do, but hopefully you like the last couple of videos I've done, and I'm working on some more and some collaborations as well. So we'll get into it. One other thing to give an update on is I have completely rearranged my area where I'm actually storing and displaying my collection. It's not quite done yet. It's a work in progress, but it's going to be a massive change to my card room, to my storage area, to my display. And I hope to show it off to everyone when I'm done. I think it's going to be really cool for everyone to see when I finally have this all together, because I'll be able to show off some other collections I have. I've sort of mentioned I have toys. Obviously I have comic books. I don't show them as often as I used to, but I do collect a lot of comic books. So hopefully when I get this all done, you'll be able to see my toys, my original art, the comic books I have, along with all the cards. So that will be hopefully showed off in the future. But right now we'll go into my 90s baseball card update. And this is just my main PC. Now I have a bunch of other cards I'm going to show off in a different video of just other cards I've been picking up. But we'll start here with this cool Derek Jeter card, this 99 Bowman's Best Refractor. I got this in a trade from someone on Instagram. They go by DL on Instagram. Really nice guy. Been a big fan of my channel and my Instagram. And I traded a 97 New Pinnacle Artist Proof Frank Thomas to him for this card, and I think it was a very fair trade. And I love the set. Again, for people who may not know my channel, I covet the 99 Bowman's Best set is sort of my happy place. It's not the most valuable set in the world, but it's my set that really got me back into collecting again after I kind of abandoned for a year or two. This is the first box I bought when I came back in 99, and I just kind of fell in love with this set. So I have tons of cards from the set now, and so I've got lots of refractors, and just great to get a card like this. I have all the Griffey refractors, and Frank Thomas atomic refractors, so just been building up this set for a long time. So it's great to get the Derek Jeter. Obviously, I'd love to get the atomic version of this card, because I have the Frank and the Griffey atomic, so it'd be awesome to get this and the Barry Bonds. I just think it'd be fun to have all those atomic refractors numbered to 100. Next up is some Frank Thomas cards, and actually the first card here is not a 90s card, but is a 2003 card. But I want to show it off because it's just a beautiful card, and I want to just give the reminder that even though I talk a lot about 90s cards, there are some amazingly beautiful cards. And I do think 2000 and 2005, there was just some really awesome cards. The 2005 Topps Chrome X-Fractor red cards are some of the coolest cards ever made. So it just, there are amazing cards in the 2000s as well. This card is numbered out of 199, but it just looks great in a holder. That black border with the White Sox uniform and this sort of 83 Topps design. Just really awesome. 2003 Topps Chrome, black refractor, Frank Thomas. Looks great. So just a fun card and a beautiful looking card. Next up, back to the 90s. So this is a 1997 Donruss Limited. This is the Unlimited. Limited exposure. So there's a lot of limiteds in these cards' names, because this is technically the Donruss Limited Unlimited Limited Exposure. Yeah, I don't think they thought through that naming very well, honestly. But this is the version of Refractors in 97. And I have, in my other video, I have some other cards in this set. And I've been slowly getting a lot of the Star Factor limited exposures, which have a stated print run of 40. So I just love this set. And this is dual-sided. And that was the one thing about this set is they're all dual-sided. So there's, I think, 4 subsets, and they all have 2 photos. And sometimes, like on Star Factors, are the same player. But most of the cards have 2 different players on them, which the hobby doesn't really love those cards as much as single-player cards. So, like, for example, you've got Derek Lee on the same card as Frank Thomas. Now, Frank Thomas is obviously a big star. So if this would have been Frank Thomas and Ken Griffey Jr., it would have been a positive. But Derek Lee doesn't make people go like, oh, I can't, wait to add a Derek Lee card to my collection. So it definitely doesn't make the cards, in this case, more desirable. But the limited set is still really tough to find. I know they're cheap comparatively to Star Factors, but I just don't think people realize the short prints that are in the set and how hard some of these cards are to find. So I do feel like, it is sort of underappreciated. This set in general, anything outside of Star Factors, people just kind of don't pay attention to, but they are beautiful cards. And I love that Frank Thomas card there. Next up is from the New Pinnacle set. This is the Artist Proof Frank Thomas. The Museum Collection. Sorry, I get it mixed up all the time. This is the Museum Collection, so it has the gold kind of like sun ray effect. Just one of the, to a lot of people, this is the best Dufax set ever made. I think there are, you can make a good case for it. The Artist Proofs are the colored, the green, the reds, the blues, which is another beautiful set. So there's just a lot of greatness in this 97 set. So it's a fun set to put together, and I love this Frank Thomas here. No numbering in this set, so, but you can just see how cool that card design is, how it shines. It's just a really cool card. And price-wise, just not through the roof yet. Compared to a lot of cards in the 90s, that I think that card looks a lot better. But anyway, I've always loved that set. Next up is a card, that again, when I got the Griffey version of this card, I was super happy because it's one of the last refractors I needed for the Griffey 90s run. But it made me want to get the Frank Thomas. So I saw this being SGC 8.5, it makes the card actually pretty affordable. I don't really care about, because I've talked about, from the grade perspective, it's not a 10, and really a PSA 10. It doesn't really matter to me, because the price difference between an 8.85 to a 9 on all these cards at this point have kind of blurred into just one number a lot of times, where sometimes you'll see an 8 sell for more than a 9. Sometimes you'll see an 8.5 sell lower than an 8. I mean, it's just doesn't make sense, because I don't think people care about grades, at this point for cards like this, unless they're 10. So this just makes me happy that it makes these cards, I think, a little cheaper than they would normally be if they were just raw in some cases. But this card is beautiful. You got the American flag. You got that 97 finest refractor pattern that's on the gold embossed refractor. So you get that bonus X-fractor pattern. So it's just a really cool card. Love the set. So just a lot of fun and not that expensive. Next up is a card I need for a set I'm building. And this is one of the key cards in the whole set. So I'm down to one major key card in the set. And I'm over 50% done with it. In fact, I'm actually about 60% done the set now. But it's the 99 Stars in Steel holographic domed or gold domed holographics, or holographic golds, or domed holographic. There's a lot of ways this set is called, but it's basically the short print refractor version of this set. So these are printed on metal, so that you can see, again, they're both shiny on both sides. It's the Barry Bonds. So obviously a key card. And for those who don't know, they are have an epoxy finish. That's why they're called domed. They're actually raised, so the surface is raised. You can kind of see it here a little bit. You can see that surface, or it's like, the card's pretty thick, but it has an epoxy coating that's pretty thick, and it creates this, we call the dome surface, and then underneath it's like the holographic or refractor pattern. So the Bonds is a huge card in the set. The last big card in the set is the Frank Thomas. I actually have 2 copies of the Ken Griffey Jr. I have never seen a Frank Thomas card for sale in this set ever. I've never seen a photo of it. I've never seen anyone in their collection, and I've never seen it for sale. So I may have just missed a bunch of auctions, or it just has never come up for sale for whatever reason. It's maybe it got hoarded by a Frank Thomas collector who has all of them. I don't know. Weirder things have happened. I've run across guys who've hoarded cards before, so I don't know if that's the case. Where if I want to buy one, some guy will offer it to me for like $5,000 or something. If I want a copy because he has all of them. I don't know. It's weird to me that I've never seen the card, let alone saw one for sale. So obviously I need it to complete the set. So if you have one, please sell it to me, please. But or at least send me a photo so I can see what it looks like. So that would be great. But getting the Bonds, so I have the Bonds, the Griffey, and the Jeter. So I'm getting really close to having all the key cards, and I'm slowly putting it together one card at a time. It's a ghost set. There are some cards out there that I've never seen either. Like, there's probably 4 or 5 other cards I've never seen in the set for sale. So it'll be fun if I ever get it together. I don't know, like if I ever put this set together, I have the only set in the world. Does someone actually have the set put together? I don't know, but it's pretty rare. It's a pretty fun set to build. Next up is 96 Topps Chrome Refractor Star Power Barry Bonds. And man, I love this card. When I saw it, it's pretty well centered. And it's just, love this 96 Refractor. I love the Star Power. This is one of the Griffeys I need for my set. And, I actually have picked up a few more 90s Refractor Griffeys to get closer and closer to my set, but this is the ones I need. It's just a good looking, subset, right? It's not, I believe it's a subset, right, of this set. It's not an insert, but it just looks nice. It's a really good, really nice looking set. It's a simple design. That's what I love about it. It's not overly flashy, but it still looks great. So, first year Topps Chrome, Barry Bonds. Next up, going to the Griffey collection here, some pretty fun, cheap ones. Pinnacle Plus. This is, which I think it's weird they didn't put the plus. Like this is Pinnacle. You read on the back, it says Pinnacle. But this came from Pinnacle Plus. And it's the Lasting Memories. These are 1 per 5 packs, so not rare at all. I thought it was interesting because it was die cut. So I just grabbed it because it was die cut. Again, this is like a $3 Griffey card, but it's fun. It's $19.98, by the way, new Pinnacle Plus. Next up is a card I've never seen before. I saw it on eBay. A guy ran a few of these before, all at once. It's a food issue. It's 1994 Church's Chicken. Ken Griffey Jr. and the set's called Showstoppers. But the part I liked about it was its Dufex. And it's a good looking Dufex card. It's got almost like a rainbow profile. And it's a really nice looking card. Like this is way more attractive than most food issues from the 90s. So love this card. I love the fact they used Dufex on it. So it's just really cool. I thought it was nice. It's like a $5 card, I think, when I picked it up. So again, a pretty fun, cheap Griffey card there. So moving into some of the more expensive cards, more PC related cards, heavily PC cards coming up. First up here is a 2000 Topps Chrome. Again, going to the 2000s. This is, I believe, were they Lasting Memories, something like that? Sorry, Magic Moments, not Lasting Memories, Magic Moments. And still at 2000, you had the great shine. Now, you can see the etching is still there, but much less pronounced than earlier cards. So you can kind of see where the etching starts to fade away around this time period. You can see that's, we're seeing the end of the etching era, where it's very pronounced, but it's still there. But the card is very shiny, and I just love this card. It's not, again, a hugely expensive card, but it's just a great looking Griffey card. From basically the last year he was showing off as a Mariner until he went back in 2009. So this is kind of the end of the era kind of card, because in 2000 most products showed him as a red. So he had a few cards as a Mariner, and that's one of them in 2000. So next up, the last two cards here. Well, actually, they're the third one I'll show, but the last two big cards here. Like one of them is hugely PC. The other one is just a really cool card from a set you never see because never made it out in packs. It's from 1998 Select, and this card is called the 5-star bonus, and it's got crazy patterns. Look at that circular pattern on that card. It's got stars everywhere. It's holographic foil. So the 5-star bonus set was from Select. These are numbered out of 50. And again, on the back, it says 5-star bonus. It says 5-star bonus right here too. So what's the deal with this card, right? So what makes this card so special? Well, for one thing, it's a beautiful card numbered to 50 from the 90s. So that's the first thing, 98 Select. Secondly, this set never made it into packs. They went bankrupt before the set was issued. And the whole 98 Select set is very, very interesting because they were basically going to put this set out. They had already printed a lot of the inserts. They had already done promos. They had already done a lot of work, but the set never came out. And so there was uncut sheets laying around. There were some cards printed and cut, and they were all purchased in the bankruptcy auction. And over the years, the people who got those cards have been slowly putting out these cards, and it's everyone's belief that the 5-star bonus cards, which are numbered out of 50, that all 50 exist. Now, could they have been cut from a sheet? Looking at the edges, I think that is a real possibility. When you look down here and see kind of how that card was cut, it's a real possibility that they were sheet cut, but PSA grades them. So, they don't designate them a sheet cut card. So it's a mystery how they came into being. Are they, all from a sheet, or some cut and some not cut? I mean, we will never really know. But it's one of the really cool inserts from the 98 set. This is a parallel. So they had, all the different levels. So 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. The 5 stars were numbered to 50. So again, this is a tiered, like base parallel, kind of like a mirror gold or something like that. So it's just a really cool card, and I really wanted one. I overpaid for this card a little bit because I could have bought another one on eBay raw. That on a buy it now that was a little cheaper than when I paid for this one, so I got caught up in the bidding on it. So it's not like a huge amount I overpaid, like $100 or so, but still not fun to find. I could have bought this other one, just on a buy it now and save a little money. But it's still a great card, and I enjoy having something this rare and cool in the collection. Now, before I get to the last big card here, I did pick up this card here, which is a 98 Finest Mystery Refractor. It's the dual side of the A-Rod. Again, this is one of the cards I need for my Jumbo Refractor set. I didn't originally intend to put together the Jumbos along with the base Griffeys of the 90s, but there's only like 7 of these cards, Jumbos that exist, so not a huge amount of cards to pick up. So again, this is the 4th or 5th I picked up. I need 1 or 2 other cards from the set. Most of them are the later years, not the early years. I've got the 95. Now I've got the 98. So I think the 99. There's a few cards. 2 cards I think remaining in this set to pick up to get all the Jumbo Refractors. So that's cool. Again, goes part of the PC. Now, last card here is just a card that it's not super duper rare, but it's the third rarest card in the set, like from a parallel perspective. So it's still hard to pull. It's a 97 Finest Griffey Gold Refractor. There we go. In a mint 9. So just a great card. Never had this card before. It kind of shocking because I've had the 96 Gold forever. I've got 2 of the 99s Gold Refractors. So I mean, I've had rare cards like this before, just not this one. And it is, to me, it's beautiful, but I will say that I do prefer the 96 a little bit better. Just because the gold's, like the gold is here, right in this part. It just looks a little bit more like a gold refractor versus this is sort of, you could have said this wasn't gold refractor and a base refractor, and I think people would be like, yeah, it looks like a base card. It does say rare on the back here. Oops, sorry, the camera. Right there. So I mean that tells you it's a gold refractor, but I just think it's a little light on the gold. It's my opinion, but it's still a beautiful card, and I'm really happy I finally have this. So this puts me down to about 12 cards I need for my 90s refractor set. So I'm slowly whittling that down card by card. So I'm like 12 away. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is, again, one of the cooler cards I picked up. So I did pick up 2 really fun 90s Griffey cards that are cool and unique in their own way. So let me know what your favorite card was in the comments, and I'll see you next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.